power banks. Well, not really that exciting, as they pretty much all look alike. Sure, there's some cute and funky ones, but you can't exactly bring them into a business meeting or a more formal environment. But I really like to spice things up, and here's where ZMI's QB910 comes to the rescue. It might not look like much, but it sure feels great, thanks to the woven tactile surface. It feels so nice, you just want to take it out and play around with it. Oh, and it also comes in a more fun Tiffany teal color. And yes, I know, tactile power banks are not exactly new, but neither is this, and don't worry, I'll cover cleaning later in the video. I had it for what, 3 years? As my main EDC power bank that follows me everywhere, including my cargo pants that are filled with keys, coins, knives. And as you can see, it looks pretty presentable to this very day. Oh, and this is after helping dozens of people stay connected in bomb shelters. Well, basements really. When my country, Ukraine, got invaded on the 24th of February, I really tried warning my neighbors that just like in the popular first-person shooter, Metro 2033, hiding in the subway, built during the Cold War, is their best bet. And what you're seeing is a pretty realistic depiction. If a nuke is detected, you had exactly 13 minutes to get in, before the door shut. No waiting, no exceptions. It's a prepper's wet dream. Hermetically sealed airlocks, bunkers, food, medical, and all kinds of supplies. Lecture halls with info covering anything and everything. But since the upkeep is stupid expensive, most of it is not exactly build ready these days. I didn't really film inside as people were frightened, and the police were on the lookout for subversive and reconnaissance groups. Anyways, this gave me the opportunity to test it with all major brands. Samsungs, iPhones, Huawei's. Someone even had a Kyocera. Pushing the limits with non-stop charging, discharging, and pass-through charging. A feature that I would only recommend using in emergencies, as it stresses the device, producing more heat, while simultaneously cutting the charge speed, as it has to split and charge both your device and the power bank itself. But when having a full battery is at utmost importance, you'll be glad it's capable of it. Performance. Well, nothing groundbreaking like in ZMI's own 210 watt power bank. You get your pretty standard, or I guess revolutionary if you're an iPhone user, 18 watt charge. For non-experienced users, it might be a little confusing with the voltages and amps. Just like with a terabyte hard drive showing 931 gigabytes in Windows, the 10,000 mAh is only true at 3.85 volts, whereas at 5 volts 1 amp, your nominal capacity is 6,500. So just look at watt hours. It makes life easier without filling you with extra information. Well, there's also some power lost during all the conversions and transfers. I have the older version with a micro USB port, but then they have a Lightning port option for the very same price of $36. But it seems like they're constantly on sale, so getting one at under $30 is pretty realistic. Regardless of the version you pick, you get two features. Low current charging for your smartwatches, earbuds, and all that, activated by double pressing this button on the side. For regular devices, just connect it and it automatically starts to charge. If it was chilling and not drawing power, just press the button once and voila, it just works. I actually never thought of how important this would be as I'm filming with my camera connected to a power bank. Here's my Basis Atoms, a newer power bank that I'm planning to review. For some reason, it shuts down and restarts in such a scenario, causing extra shutter actuations, loss of settings, and general annoyance. The other feature is being able to use it as USB hub when using the Type-C port. I don't know if it's a regional thing or not, but I got a pleasant, unexpected surprise. I like ZMI's cables and ordered a small braided one for the power bank, and got one in the box. Something I didn't see in other people's reviews. Oh yeah, if you buy the Apple version, you get no cables in the box. So if you don't need the Lightning port, just get the micro USB version and one of those magnetic cable adapter thingies. This way, you won't have an outdated port even if you no longer use any micro USB cables. I usually only use a UV sanitizer sold everywhere these days, thanks to COVID, and maybe a damp cloth if I got mud or ketchup on it. Never have I before actually tried to wash it. A drop of dish detergent mixed with water, some easy scrubbing for an improvised spa day. The first toothbrush had soft bristles, and now you're watching a hard one. Honestly, not that huge of a difference. Well, it is a tiny bit easier with the hard one. I was afraid that excessive friction might cause undesirable wear and tear. But if it survived 3 years pocket to pocket, what's 15 minutes with a toothbrush? So whatever you have should work just fine. This, by the way, is how much dirt got absorbed on the cleaning cloth that it rested upon, and the water halfway through the job. More scrubbing and change of water. I guess I really should have washed it more often. To finish it off, you need to get as much water out of the device as possible. A highly absorbing cloth or towel really helps. I needed 2 of these smaller ones and just leave it dry overnight. The results? Pretty decent. It removed all the stains and the grease. Oh, and I forgot to introduce myself. Name's Alex and I do mostly short reviews where I actually use and test the products to the best of my ability.